Hey Leo, what's up? Welcome to your reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Alright, let's have a look at what you can expect to happen in your professional life from the 28th of April to the 4th of May 2025. It is a general reading, may or may not resonate. If it doesn't, check out your other placements. Let's see. So, let's begin. So we're going to look at 5 aspects. We're going to see job, we're going to see money, we're going to see business, we're going to see if you're a student, and we're going to see if you have invested into stocks and shares. Okay, Leo? Let's see. Okay, let's begin. Now, when it comes to your job, okay, for a lot of you Leos, if it comes to your job, there is some kind of huge, exciting opportunity that's headed your way. A lot of you are going to feel very supported. Your environment is going to be very, very supported. Okay, if it comes to your job, you're going to feel very supported. There's going to be a lot of teamwork, and a lot of you may also feel that you have reached a very, very important milestone when it comes to your job. There could be, it's like so much of stability, where you may feel the need to celebrate. Okay, which is amazing. Wow. So with that death out here, it feels like either there is something there is like a change in your approach. That's what I'm getting out here, Leo. Something out here has changed within you in a permanent way. Say, for example, for a lot of you, you are no longer repeating any negative patterns. I don't know what the negative patterns are. Okay, you are no longer wanting to probably stay in a job where it has where there is money, but there is no emotional happiness. Others of you could have changed your ways or changed the way you look at money. I also feel some of you may have got rid of or walked away from a very, very greedy boss, okay, or a company, or a person, right? Especially in your job, who's been a very, very bad paymaster. I feel either you are moving towards a new job. Some of you Leos, if you're looking for a job, it feels like there is celebration and you will be getting a new job. Others of you, if you are staying in the same job, I feel there's a very big change in a negative pattern. There's a very big change, a very big permanent ending in the way you think, in your approach towards your job. And now all of a sudden there is a lot of teamwork, there is a lot of support. You feel very supported, you feel like a fit in. All of a sudden some big changes have happened in your job, and now you feel better where you are. Some of you feel you've reached a very important milestone when it comes to your job. Now, when it comes to your money, be very, very responsible. Don't do emotional spending. If you have been doing any kind of emotional spending, yeah, it looks like for a lot of you, if you have been doing any kind of emotional spending, looks like you will now be able to be using your intuition, and now you'll be more clear in terms of your money. Okay, you'll be more clear on what is required to spend and what is not required to spend. So no more emotional spending is what I'm getting. I do feel for a lot of you, all this while, you could have been very prideful and egoistic. Okay, some of you have been very prideful when it comes to your money. Some of you have just been like, okay, I have a vision, I want what I want, and I don't care. So if that is what you were, or that is the kind of vision that you had right now, I feel you have the money, but the money, there is going to be a lot of mindful spending going on. Okay, you just won't be emotionally instigated, or emotionally you may not get triggered to make some kind of big purchases and like spend more than you earn. Okay, so now it feels like you have direction, and now you want to take care of your finances in the right way. Okay, some of you, there could be an opportunity, okay, in the way of a new hobby, or in the way of a new skill where you can make more money. Now, before we move forward, if you need a personal reading, you can email me on tarotwithnemo@gmail.com. Now, when it comes to your business, beautiful Leo, beautiful. In your business, if you are doing a business, if you feel that there was a lack of financial stability, financial security, if you felt like your finances were not doing well, some of you, if you were complete workaholics and you weren't ready to rest, yeah, What you're doing is you are no longer being naive. I think you were coming off as very, very immature, and I feel the way you were handling, the way you were approaching adult problems was a very childlike perspective. Okay, and it was creating a lot of chaos internally and externally. Now you're growing up. Now there's a lot of maturity in the way you're handling your business, and that is going to lead to, with the Nine of Pentacles, it's going to lead to a lot of stability and a lot of financial security and a lot of financial independence for yourself. You will be reaching a point where you will be able to stop and smell the roses. If you have constantly been a workaholic, if you haven't been enjoying the fruits of your labor, I see you relaxing, I see you resting, I see you enjoying the best of life. Okay, others of you, if you have been very greedy, and if you have been wanting to live a luxurious life without putting in the hard work, again, there are realizations that if you want to live a luxurious life, you will have to put in the hard work. Okay, for the others, if basic there was financial instability and insecurity in your business, I see the stability and security coming back again this week. Now, if you are a student, Leo, if you are a student, yeah, I feel if you're a student out here, what you need to do is you need to let go of two things. You need to be inclusive. Some of you need to be very, very inclusive out here. Okay, I think if you are already studying, if you are in a school, if you are in a college, if you are in some university, but you are isolating yourself too much, the universe is telling you stop isolating yourself. Okay, there is love, there is support around you, there are people around you who want to be a part of your family, who are like family. So you're going to have to stop isolating yourself too much. Okay, and you're going to have to take action to be with people. So don't be too isolated. Okay, learn to be with other people, learn to be more inclusive. Others of you, if there is a toxic family around you, or if there is a toxic friend circle around you, or if there are people around you who are not good for you, it's time for you to walk away, and you're the only one who's going to be able to make it, happen. Okay, so if it's toxic, walk away. If you're too isolated, include yourself with other people. Okay, don't just stay isolated. If this is what is coming in, then that means you staying isolated somewhere somehow is affecting the way you are studying, or is affecting your study life. Okay, now when it comes to stocks and shares this week, Leos, a lot of you, hold on, if we are talking about stocks or shares this week, Leo, yeah, there is going to be some kind of offer that is going to come in. Okay, so that means that there could be an opportunity for you to move towards a new stock, or move towards a new share, or just act on your dreams and make it a reality. So the universe is telling you, whatever you do, see to it that you are not unrealistic in any kind of situation. Okay, follow your dreams, but take your brains with you. That's what the universe is saying, because there is some kind of good news coming in. All right, there is some kind of good news coming in when it comes to your stocks and shares, and the universe is telling you with the Ace of Swords, it's time to be very, very logical, be fact oriented. Okay, so if there is something that you have been following, just looking at rose tinted version of the stocks and shares, like, oh, everything's going to work out, everything's going to work out, everything's going to work out, and if you feel the market is not doing very well, right, then it's time for you to use your logic and cut off some things from the stocks and shares. Okay, and be more logical about it. Others of you, there could be an offer that's coming in. Okay, so be very, very logical, and you can try and take up that offer, but it's a very general reading, so I'm not going to be able to be very specific. Okay, so good luck.